Testing 1, 2. Yes, this is my boxing channel, my vlog channel, which is like dead. I don't think I posted here in like a year. This is a test because YouTube is doing live streaming, which is really awesome. Podcasts, radio shows, stuff like this right here. So this is live, unscripted, unrehearsed. I've been thinking about this for a while. It'd be nice to get some boxing fans in here. Let me see, anyone out there? Yeah, I want to give my prediction on this Andre Ward versus Sergey fight coming up. I've been really annoyed with boxing. You know, if you've been watching me, you know, I mean, this channel, if you're from back in the day and you used to watch this channel, you know, I kind of know what I'm talking about, right? Because I think my biggest streak on this channel, a proven streak, none of that hindsight, hey, you know, after the fight happened stuff. I went on, I think 14 was my biggest streak on here. It was a Showtime contest. And currently, officially, and I can prove this, 13 streak going, which unofficially should be 17, but I didn't have the courage because I was being really, really selective with who I was picking in these fights on Showtime. Show streak is a contest. So I want to just talk about this fight coming up. So if you're watching me for the first time and I happen to be wrong on this prediction, I can do it with confidence because I don't do this obviously for a living. And I have really no fear of being wrong. I just give my opinion on what I see with boxing, and I throw it out there, and usually I'm right. On this channel, if you go back, you could search through the archive so you know I'm for real. Before the Pacquiao fought Floyd Mayweather, I said it would be anticlimactic. Not only did I say that, I put it in an artsy way on the camera with a big font. Anticlimactic, the word before the fight is as if I predicted the future. Oops. So that's what I did. This is the mic I'm using. I can give you guys a lot of YouTube tips if you're just starting out, if you got any questions about that. But this subject for this video is going to be about Andre Ward, who is right now in 2016, October, what's today, 9th? It's Monday. Let me look at the date real quick. I don't even know if this is working. I don't even know if you could hear this. I might end up deleting this because nobody's confirming for me out there. There's nobody in this room to tell me, hey, I'm watching you. I have 0 viewers. Isn't that nice? I bet if I went on my other channels, right, there'd be a lot more viewers. So this is my lowest subscribed channel, which is 1,000. Oh, I just made over 1,000 subscribers here, which arguably are dead. And this channel is dead. But yeah, I started this off with the love of boxing. But anyway, let's go back to this fight. Let's stay on topic here. Kovalev is 30 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw, 26 KOs. And Andre Ward is 30 wins, 0 losses, 15 KOs. And his last fight wasn't too impressive. I didn't see it, I got to be honest. He dominated a 39-year-old guy named Brand, who was 25 wins, 2 losses, 18 KOs. He struggled at times, they said, with Brand's awkwardness. I did not see this fight. But what bothers me and why I wanted to get on camera is because I see a lot of these so-called boxing experts that get checks doing this stuff, and they're known, and they really get it wrong often. I think it was Max Kellerman, don't quote me, but he once said, nobody predicts 10 fights right. Who does that? Well, I did it several times, 10 fights right in a row. So, you know, I've been watching boxing forever. It's the only sport I really ever got into. I do watch, occasionally I watch MMA. I just never can get into any other sports besides this summer. This past summer, I was in Europe, awesome time, and when in Rome, as they say, right? And I literally was in Rome, but not when I started watching soccer. So I watched some soccer. I did get into it because everybody else around me was into it. But I can honestly say if soccer was on right now, I wouldn't give a damn. But due to the fact the country I was in and their team was winning and it was a streak, and you know, it was really fun, and I did enjoy that. So I'm going to break down this fight right now for you guys right off the head. I don't have many stats in front of me. I just read really quick off of the site. You see my setup in here. I have light kits. I have all that stuff. I said, you know what? I'm not going to turn my lights on and waste my bulbs. No offense, because nobody's going to probably be watching this video. I'll be lucky to get 10 views on it after it's probably live. Boxing is such a small niche, right? It's a sport, and it's a sport I love to hate. I started back in the day. I was in college, I had my own FM boxing radio show. Who cares, right? Anyway, what do I see going on in this fight? First of all, I see a lot of BS because everyone is saying that everyone, I say everyone, from what I hear, the boxing experts, this is a 50-50 fight. Sergey and Andre Ward is a 50-50 fight. 50-50 fight? What are you talking about? That's what I'm going to be honest. I'll just come right from the heart. I'm like, I don't see. Look, I'm going to be honest. I like Sergey. I like Sergey Kovalev, and I do like Andre Ward. Let me tell you, I like them. I happen to think that Andre Ward would be a great. I hope this mic is picking up. Let me get relaxed here. I might be here for a little while because this is a test. I'll probably go back and watch this. This is really strange because I just realized if nobody's watching this, I'm like basically talking to myself in the room. How ridiculous and pathetic is that? Oh man, this is crazy. So I'm hoping that I'm going to look at these audio buttons before I start. Control room. What is this? Introducing control room on air, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to hit OK. Okay. So, where's the room? I don't see the room. Am I on camera? I have no idea. This is weird. So anyway, I don't think anybody, there is a chat room here, right? Nobody's in here. 0 viewers. Okay, there's the chat room. I'm trying to figure this out on the fly here. Okay. So I'm talking to myself. Let me do a smiley. Anyway, so so I'm gonna break this down, and I hope it's recording. So at least after I close this live feed, it's a record of my prediction, and I don't mind if I'm wrong because I'll leave it. So anyway, a lot of people. Okay, this Andre Ward was out of boxing. He had an injury. He had promoter issues. I'll never understand really why. I know boxing is a shady sport. I'm not going to be that guy that covers my teeth. Like that. I see some dudes do like this for whatever reason. I don't know if they're insecure or what. But anyway. So Andre Ward, he is a great star for boxing. Literally, I mean, he's a great commentator. He's well-spoken. He's highly intelligent in and outside of the ring. The guy is he's one of those guys, for me, like a magnanimous individual. Did I say that word right? He's like a beacon of light, a spotlight for boxing, because he holds himself well and just the way he is. And because, a lot of people, especially in sports, boxing, any type of sport like that, that Olympian said he got robbed in Brazil, Ryan Latte, whatever his name was, Latte. I love coffee. But anyway, look what he did, right? So Andre Ward is not going to be that type of guy. He's a family man. He's well respected. And not only that, the guy is an amazing fighter. He's an amazing boxer. Kovalev is a knockout artist. Look, 30 wins, guys, and 26 big KOs. I mean, he's no joke. Ward's got to respect his power. But here's my beef with the 50-50 fight deal, because I'm gonna give my prediction and back it up with some things, with some points on why I come to this conclusion on my prediction. I think it's not a 50-50 fight. The only thing that's 50-50 is punching power, a puncher's chance. And, hey, if he wins Sergey on a knockout, which is possible, Ward was dropped before, right? So anything's possible in boxing. It's a fight. But I think it's not a 50-50 fight because you had a Sergey Kovalev, arguably in his prime, fighting a guy who's 50 years old. I don't have the numbers. I'm not going to type it in front of me right now. But I don't want to lose this. I got 2 awesome Mac computers in front of me, but I'm not going to, because I have to reach over. It's a long story. So I want to say, I really think that Kovalev is very dangerous, obviously, but 50-50, what is it? What are these HBO commentators talking about? 50-50, are they trying to sell the fight? No, I just think they really don't know. They know about boxing. They can tell you and sound really, really colorful, obviously, when they're commentating. They can tell you where a fighter should have his foot on the inside, he'll be doing better. If the guy's left foot's on the outside, distance, using some really big words. But I'm cutting right to the chase. I don't see this as 50-50. And this, by the way, right now I am on an official 13 streak fight prediction. It should be 17. Like I said, I didn't pick it, so I can't show you that on screen. So if anyone says, hey, you're lying, and they call me out on this, I did a screenshot of my Showtime contest stat numbers where it's at right now. So what does that mean? It means that I kind of know what I'm talking about, and my prediction should have some value because of my past predictions. So no one's going to be right all the time. It's impossible. It's impossible. But I'm telling you that Andre Ward is fighting a guy, whether he looked bad or not in his last fight, doesn't matter. He won. But he's fighting a guy who couldn't knock out a 50-year-old guy. As amazing as Hopkins is, the executioner, formerly the executioner, the alien is, as amazing as as crafty I mean, the guy has a box of tools. He's phenomenal. But if Sergey Kovalev was that dangerous, was that good, he would have knocked Hopkins out or just made him quit or had stopped him. Yeah, he got close late, but he didn't do it. Now, the problems that Hopkins caused Kovalev are going to be magnified by youth, in my opinion, by youth, energy, and by sharp skills, by a 100% probably younger version of what I misspoke, are going to be, this is live, are going to be magnified by just a fighter that knows how to nullify another fighter and just kind of just adapts. This guy hasn't lost since the amateurs. He's going to make Kovalev look bad. He's going to figure him out in a couple of rounds, I think. I think class is going to tell. I think he's going to, at some point in his fight, in the beginning, it's going to be very dangerous. But as Andre Ward figures him out, like Mayweather does, he's a ring general. You like Mayweather or not, whether you like him or not, I always said Mayweather is a ring general, and I always predicted his fights right. It wasn't too difficult. Now, if you're whoever's viewing, let me know if you could hear me, man. This is a test. I appreciate it. I don't know if I'm being heard. I'm breaking down this fight. This is a test. I'm breaking down this Andre Ward fight. Here's the chat box. If you could let me know if you hear me. So anyway, as great as the power is of Kovalev, I think Andre Ward is going to figure him out in a couple of rounds, much like Mayweather always does with his opponents, and like with Marcos Maidana, and he's going to neutralize everything that Kovalev does. He's going to figure him out. And don't forget, my point, I have to reiterate. I have to go back and tell you, just in case, especially because someone might be tuning in or jumping ahead or whatever in this video, if they ever get to it, if it's ever watched by over 10 people. But I just want to say Kovalev is going to be very powerful and very strong in the beginning, but Andre Ward is going to figure him out, break him down, frustrate him, and he's going to outbox him. He's going to outbox him, and he's going to reduce Kovalev to looking for one punch. And it's not a 50-50 fight. When I hear Max Kellerman, I'm saying Max Kellerman because he said that. I'm not picking him. The guy is very knowledgeable with boxing. I think pick for pick, I'm better. I can pick more fights than him in a streak of fights. Like I said, I have a proven record. You know, I said Pacquiao. It's all on record. It's all here on this channel in the archives. Would be anticlimactic versus Floyd Mayweather. And sometimes I'm wrong. Not everybody's right all the time. But right now I'm on a 13-fight win streak in predictions. But my prediction is Andre Ward is going to expose him, if you want us to use the word expose. He's going to frustrate Kovalev. He's going to reduce him to looking for one shot late and trying to knock him out, much like he did with Hopkins. I mean, think about it. Let's put this into perspective. Kovalev could not knock out a 50-year-old guy. Yeah, what was he, 49, 48 at the time he fought? I don't have the numbers in front of me. This is all in here. So think about it. Realistically, how is Kovalev going to just knock out Andre Ward so easily? It's going to have to be a lucky punch, right? It's going to have to be that lucky punch. But guys like Andre Ward are just not going to get cold-cocked and knocked out like that. If it was the UFC and he had those tiny gloves on, he would have a chance. You know, that's what's so fun about that sport. You can get knocked out really quick. But these boxing gloves are bigger, so they tend to go on, and you have much more of a chance. I don't see Andre Ward losing this fight by getting just knocked out so easily. Kovalev's going to have such a boxing skill set to actually pick him apart and break him down. I can't see that happening. So I think these people are crazy. They're saying this is a 50 fight. These paid boxing experts who are wrong a lot, and they just talk. They sound really fancy, and they use dressed up words on camera, and they do a great job, yeah, at calling the fights live. But most of them can't pick fight's worth a damn from what I see. And, you know, you go to my history and what I say, it usually comes out to be right. And I'm wrong sometimes, but most of the time I'm proud to say that I'm right. And, you know, it's a sport. I can be wrong easily. So if Andre Ward just takes his time and he's going to just break this guy down, it's going to be really fun to watch because we're going to really see who's really what level Andre Ward is on when he's fighting this big Kovalev, this big knockout artist. We're going to see how he picks him apart. We're going to see how great he is. And if Kovalev somehow knocks him out, I won't make excuses. I'm not going to be like, oh, I was, you know, it was a lucky punch, even though, you know, I said earlier it would be a lucky punch because kind of it would, you'd have to catch him, just catch him out there. But I would be like, hey, I was totally wrong. And he knocked him out. He's the better man because that's just the way it is. These guys risk their lives when they go in there. You know, they deserve the honor at that level and to be respected by hardcore boxing fans. You know, boxing is the sport I love to hate because that's why I stopped. You know, you got to love what you do on YouTube. A lot of these people, they just want to make YouTube videos and just whatever, and get overnight, have all this success or whatever. You got to love what you do. You got to do that and not expect any success. You just do it because you love to do it. If people happen to like your work, then you're lucky. But like this is one of my many YouTube channels. I've neglected 1,000 subscribers. I'm surprised people didn't unsubscribe because I'm not delivering anything here. There's no content. I guess they're all dead subscribers besides the one viewer who I think must hear me because he's still here. I don't want to take a chance and click around and mess this up because when I hit end the live event, this will be a record. And I wanted to have a record of this because I'm always predicting fights in my head and I'm going, wow, I'm not going on record because I have no time. I'm always working. I would love to get like my old podcast I had on iTunes and I had it on I think Podbean. Now with this YouTube live streaming stuff, as it's getting more advanced, maybe I could have launch a new show and try to put like 20 minutes a week into some live show here and use my professional lighting and all that stuff. I mean, I could set up, when I first started this channel, I had a whole boxing show, the Fight Big show, and before Jim Lampley had his show. And I was inquiring about fair use. I had no idea on how to do it without getting copyright strikes. But if it was like 4 years ago, I would have all that. I just don't have the time these days, and I would make a dope show. It would be hot. I have all the editing skills. I have everything. So except the live call-ins, I can get a dash and all that if I went that way. But it's very difficult for me because I have no time. I'm producing content for my other channels. One of my other channels is Look Now TV. I got Toxic Ghost videos. I got a lot of stuff going on. So anyway, so I want you guys to know this is a record on who I think is going to win. I think Andre Ward wins this fight. I think it's not 50-50. I think he wins. Even if he gets dropped, it'll be a flash knockdown. He'll get back up and figure Kovalev out, and it'll be a nice fight. And I hope it's exciting. You know, I think it's going to be really exciting for the first 7 rounds, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to end this. I'm going to stop this broadcast. And if you disagree with me before the fight, let me know so I could read it. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, yeah, you're wrong. You don't know boxing. How many times have I heard that? I said Canelo Alvarez, before I wrap this up, Canelo Alvarez is going to lose to Floyd Mayweather. I said it right here on this channel. Floyd Mayweather is going to make it look like a sparring session. He's going to dominate him. No problems. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know boxing. You know, these people don't realize that I have a track record, and it's out there. It's right here on this channel. So there you have it. Boom. Andre Ward wins this on a decision. He's going to frustrate him. He's going to clearly separate himself in those middle rounds and just walk away winning this fight. And if there's anything else, I love upsets. I would love to see a really close fight and an upset. But boxing these days, unfortunately, sucks. It's rigged. The corruption is overwhelming. I would like to see a 12 jury judging system, or at least 6. 3 is not good enough. I can go on and on about the whole boxing thing, how it's a scam. Like I said, the sport I love to hate. All right, guys, enjoy the fight, and we'll see what happens. Peace.